Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Mark Johnson, running the Money My Active Dad. How you guys doing today? It's been a Happy New Year to everybody out there. I know everybody's pretty much in 2025 now. Couldn't believe it. Finished high school like 25 years ago. And yeah, it kind of hit me yesterday that we made it to a new year. When I was finished high school, I couldn't even fathom 25 years in the future. Didn't know where I was gonna be. Didn't know I had some goals and stuff. But I really at early 20s, you really don't know what's gonna happen in the next 25 years, right? You just think you're gonna be great. You hope you're gonna be great. You don't know if you're gonna be famous. Definitely, I wasn't gonna be like a big time athlete. I wasn't that fast. I wasn't that strong. Wasn't playing sports like that. So I knew definitely I'd have to go to school and get a really good job. That was the plan, and get a really good education that I could build a family and build a life for myself. And after 25 years, I thank God where I'm at. Definitely, you guys know my story. Married with 4 kids and living up in northern Ontario. So, life is good. Giving God thanks. And definitely any advice to the young people out there that are watching my stuff, make sure that you put a plan together, especially in your teens, on what you want to do and execute the plan. A lot of people don't want to give you that advice, but that's the advice I give it to you. Make sure that when you finish school, you have like a 10-year plan. So from 20 to 30, this is what I'm going to do. Maybe 50 things that you want to accomplish, and go and do it. Even if you only accomplish 30 of those things, one of those things could be a multimillionaire. One of those things could be you're going to travel the world for 10 years. Like one of those goals could be want to start a family. And because you executed those goals and dreams that you had in your 20s to 30s, by the time you're 30, you might be married with kids, multimillionaire, travel around the world 3 times. Like, you got to put your goals together and dreams and go achieve it. Write it down, plan it, write it down, and execute. And if it doesn't work out, you still got your 30s and 40s and 50s to live, right? So at the end of the day, do what you can do in your 20s, especially when you don't have much responsibilities and you're single and you're starting out and you really don't have that much, like I said, responsibilities. You can easily, not easily, but you could, if you put a plan together, you can move out. Maybe your expenses per month is $2,000 a month. And if you have a little job that you can make $2,000, $3,000 a month, you could actually move out and live on your own. And as long as you have a plan and a goal and a dream that you want to accomplish something, definitely maybe find some roommates. When you're in your 20s, you can find roommates that can split the rent 3 or 4 ways. Rent's $2,000, you each pay $500. Who knows? You could sleep on the floor for all you care, right? Like at the end of the day, you really don't need much when you're in your 20s, early teens and stuff like that, because you're young. You don't have much responsibility. So that's one of the things you guys can definitely do when you're in young. You set some goals and you can definitely live on the cheap. Always live within your budget, live within your means. And if you can learn that in your early 20s, by the time you're in your 40s and 50s, you'll be further ahead, because a lot of times we as older adults, we live outside of our means, and it causes us to fall into a lot of different problems, financial problems, unnecessary expenses, things that we necessarily didn't need that we buy that we end up paying the price for it. Buying a high class car when we don't need a high class car, we just need to get around in a beater and get around when we need to go to work and back. We really don't need a Mercedes Benz to get to work. We really don't need a high-end car to get to work, unless you're even a real estate agent. You really are a businessman, and you don't really need that kind of stuff to get around, depending on what kind of business you're in. So again, 2025, we're here already. It's amazing. 25 years ago, like, if depending on where you're at, that's blown by so fast. Like the dot-com bust was like 2000. We're at 2025 now. So think about it. What have you done in the last 25 years? What kind of goals and dreams have you put together and accomplished in the last 25 years? What kind of booms and busts in your life have occurred? Not necessarily because of what you've done, but what have others done for you? And then again, what have you done to yourself that you've had booms and busts? And what's going to happen in the next 25 years? Like, what kind of goals and dreams are you putting together? Me and my wife put some goals and dreams together. We want to accomplish some stuff this year, 2025. Last year was a crazy year for many, and some didn't even make it to this new year. So yeah, definitely count your blessings, be grateful, thankful, which I am, that, we made it to a new year, made it to 2025. That's amazing. Giving God thanks that he's given us the strength and the zeal and the will and the health to get to another year. Look what happened even 4 years ago. The whole world got shut down. A lot of people lost their lives through the virus. And, some people still haven't even woken up after that. They're still in the slums saying that how the virus did this to me or the situation did this to me, and I'm still in a rut. I haven't been able to get out. I hope you guys have some goals and dreams for this year. I hope you wrote down some stuff that you want to accomplish. Definitely wrote down, maybe you want to travel around the world, or you want to travel at least a couple times this year. You want to save more money. Maybe you want to get in shape. I'm starting a new program very soon, reaching out to you guys. You're probably going to see it very soon, helping those that need to get in shape and stuff like that, and those that need to get their finances in shape. And those that want to accomplish some dreams and goals and kind of want to put a schedule together or some kind of goals together that they want to accomplish in the new year. Sometimes you have to maybe get yourself in the right groups and the right accountability settings that you can actually, motivational settings too, that you can accomplish your goals and dreams and things that you want to get to. So in the new year, hopefully you have a plan put together that you want to accomplish this the first week or the first month of the year, and then every month you want to accomplish something. You want to maybe save $200 a month, so by the end of the year you have $2,400 saved. Or you want to get out of debt. Maybe you have $5,000 worth of debt and you want to pay down your debt $500 a month. So hopefully by the end of the year you'll be debt free out of that $5,000. Or you want to find a way that you can save up for a house. So you want to, based on your income, you want to say, okay, I want to save $5,000 a month for the next year. So by the end of the year, I have $60,000 saved, depending on what my budget is. That's just numbers, or my income is. Those are just numbers that I'm coming up with, rough numbers. So like, maybe you want to save up for a trip to go to Paris, and that's going to cost you like $4,000. And you want to go in Christmas this year coming. So maybe you want to save $500 a month so that if the trip costs $5,000, you'll have $500. You'll have your money saved up that you can go to Paris at the end of the year. So again, maybe you want to find a wife. Maybe you want to find a husband by the end of the year. What goals are you going to put together, or what strategies are you going to put together that you're going to find that special someone to settle down with by the end of this year, 2025? Or you want to get married by the end of the year, but you know that the budget for the wedding is going to be like $15,000. First off, do you need to spend that much money on a wedding? Second, no judgment. If that's what you want to do, okay, I got to save about $1,000 or $2,000 a month based on our budgets, who you're with, that you're going to save $2,000 a month for the end of the year. So you'll have $24,000 saved up that if you want to spend $15,000 on a wedding, it's okay, because you still got another $9,000 that you saved for other things like investments, maybe a new place to live, maybe some new furniture, maybe a new dress, a wedding dress that you want to buy for yourself, or a suit that you want to buy for yourself. So yeah, definitely that's some goals that you can put together for the new year. Just shooting some stuff out there for you guys to think about, because it's 2025. You've made it this far. We've made it this far already. So what is the goal for the next 25 years? What's the goal for the next 10 years? What's the goal for the next 5 years? What's the goal for the next 3 years or 1 year? It's always good to put down some goals. Definitely, I know if I had put down some more goals over the past 25 years, I think I'd be further ahead. Either I would have had a lot of more booms and busts in my life, or, I would accomplish so much more things. Like, what if you had a list that when you left high school, you were going to accomplish like 30 things. And right now you're at the point in your life where you only accomplish 10 or 15 of those things. That's pretty good, because a lot of people didn't even have a list. And so because they didn't have a list, they were just shooting darts in the dark. And they maybe accomplished 2 of those things out of the 30 that you accomplished in 15. So, a lot of times they say that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Meaning if you don't put a plan together, you've already failed. Like, you're already done. Like, there's no way you're going to accomplish. It's very hard for you to accomplish a goal if you haven't really set it down and planned it out and then execute. Because every time, if you don't put a plan together and you just keep on executing, you don't know how good you've done if you never set it as a goal. Like, if a person says they want to run 200 meters, but they don't even know how far that is. and they don't even know what kind of preparation they're going to have to do, or they don't even know where they're at right now, as in how fast they can do that, how fast they can run it. They have to figure out to themselves, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to accomplish it. And they go and accomplish it. And they put the work in. So again, this is 2025, time to get job done. Again, if you guys want to hit me up, you guys like this content that I'm sharing, share and like this video, subscribe to my page, and also send this to somebody that you might think, this guy could definitely help, this friend of mine. Seems like this guy has gone through a lot. He has a lot of experience, a lot of stories that he's gone through, and definitely through this video, it can very much motivate somebody to get the job done, or at least put the work in that they can execute on their own. A lot of times in life, you can't blame others. That's one of the biggest things I've learned over life, is that a lot of times there has to come a point in your life where you take accountability for yourself and for your actions and for the consequences that come. Because definitely it's not necessarily about the actions we take, but what consequences come afterwards. It's pretty much not, you can't really judge on what someone does to you, but what your reaction is to what they do to you, right? That's the bottom line. Because people are going to do some crazy stuff to themselves, and they might have to, and even try and do that to you. And at the end of the day, it's like, how am I going to react to this? How am I going to counter this that's coming my way? Am I going to fight back? Or am I going to walk away? Or am I going to turn the other cheek? Or am I going to say something, right? Like, what are your actions towards? It's all about how do you react to the things that happen to you in your life. And so that's a maturity state. There's some people that no matter how old they are and no matter what happens to them, they're always going to react like just attack, fight, and then or words. Or curse somebody else, right? Like, there's never going to be a point in their life where they're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to mature. I'm going to be thinking about what my actions are going to be before I do them. And that's a lot of things. People just act out. They don't even think about what they're going to do. They just react. They don't act accordingly to the situation. They just react. Boom. And a lot of times people fall into problems that way because they just react quickly to a situation and they don't think about it, and then they got to deal with the consequences after. So again, I'm just trying to give some maturity and some kind of good advice to those that are out there in life. Definitely, we've made it this far, so because of God's grace, not necessarily because of anything that we've done, but because of His grace towards us, keeping us safe and keeping us alive and keeping us healthy and keeping us in the right mind that I can even do this video and share my thoughts and experiences with you guys. So again, my encouragement to you is just happy 2025 and keep pushing, believe in yourself, encourage yourself daily because no one else will. A lot of times we're looking for encouragement by others or like acceptance from others. But then what happens when you don't get the acceptance from somebody? What if you do something, a good job, and you never get a good job back, or you never get someone says, you know what, you did a good job here. You may never get that. So a lot of times you have to encourage yourself. You have to say to yourself, okay, you know what? I'm going to encourage myself. I'm going to say to myself, I did a good job. I put this thing together. It was done perfectly. It was done right. And even if I'm not going to get thanks for it, I'm going to do it because I feel good within myself that I was able to do this. So constantly have to make sure that you encourage yourself. You pump up yourself. Because like in life, that's the way it is sometimes. Sometimes you're not going to get the encouragement. Sometimes you're not going to get the thumbs up. Sometimes you're not going to get the well done. Sometimes you're just not going to get the check mark. You're not going to get the star, right? You're not going to get the accolades. But if you give it to yourself and you know that, you know what, I'm doing this because I care for somebody. I'm doing this because I'm a good person. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. Then no matter what, even if you don't get the thanks for it or you don't get the praise for it, because a lot of times if we end up getting the praise, then we can't accept the negative, right? Like you kind of have to be in neutral. No judgment to anybody. You got to do what you got to do for you and yours. But a lot of times we're looking for the accolades, we're looking for the praise from others, and a lot of times you're not going to get it. You got to pump up yourself. You got to push yourself. You got to say to yourself, you know what? This is what it is, and I'm going to enjoy life to the fullest. Again, you got to enjoy life to the fullest. You only got one life to live, and like I said, the last 25 years has been crazy. Many ups and downs in my life, many accomplishments, many failures. Again, you're going to fail. but it is what it is. That doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means that you failed. And you got back up and you tried again. You got back up, you tried again. You pushed on. You tried to do what you needed to do. Maybe it didn't work out the way you planned, but you got another day. You have another day. You have another shot. You have another chance to go again. All right? So you guys keep pushing, don't give up. Again, like I said, believe in yourself, encourage yourself daily, and don't give up, because you don't know the beginning from the end. You don't know the whole story. A lot of times, I'm a Christian, so I read the Bible, I believe in the Bible. And there's a lot of stories of the characters in the Bible that they didn't know the whole story. They didn't know what was going to happen in the end. But they kept on persevering. They kept on pushing forward. They kept on trusting that God would make a way. They pushed on, even if they didn't know that God was going to make a way. They didn't give up. And that's the thing. You don't know where you are in the story. So at the end of the day, don't give up. It's not over till it's over. And at the end of the day, you may be in a rut right now. But again, somebody else was in the rut maybe yesterday or a year ago or 2 years ago. And they got through it. Meaning you can get through it too if you don't give up. Got to keep pushing. Got to believe in yourself. If you need help, get the help that you need. There's people out there willing to help. You just got to find them. And a lot of times people just want to hear that you need help and they're willing to help. Or if they can't help you, they'll at least listen to you, right? We're all going through something. You're not by yourself. We're all going through something. Everybody has something that they're going through. They're either going in a fight, coming out of fight, or one's coming, right? Like they're either coming out one, they're in one right now, or new one's coming. So you got to make sure to yourself that no matter what, if you're not going through something right now, you're going to go through something very soon. So never underestimate someone or never think that you're better than somebody, because at the end of the day, we're all going through something. We're all going through things. And again, my contact's there. You guys can DM me. You guys see where I'm at online, social media. I'm here to help the masses. Try and help if I can. If I can't, I'll tell you I can't. But at the end of the day, I know that we're all going through something, and you got to believe in yourself. You got to keep pushing. Can't give up. Any day above ground is a good day. As long as you're in your right mind, you're feeling good, you got another shot. We all got another shot. A lot of people didn't get to the new year. They passed away. They got sick. They had an accident. They died. They just didn't get to the next level. But you're here for a reason. I believe that everybody's here for a purpose. And if you fulfill your purpose, that's it. And if you haven't fulfilled your purpose yet, you still got another shot. You still got another day, hopefully. All right? Take care, everybody. This is Mark Johnson, Roy Maverick, the Money Maverick, active dad. All the best. Happy 2025.